Central 605 stop. Get back in the car.
Why?
Because I told you to. Good. Driver's license, registration, proof, insurance.
Whoa, what's going on, man? Why do you have your hands on me?
Do you want to go to jail?
Why do you have your hands on me?
Do you want to go to jail?
I'm asking you a question.
Hands behind your back.
I have my hands behind my back. I didn't do anything. I thought you were trying to get around me. That's why I pulled in here. Why would you put your lights on for me? I didn't do anything.
Because when you pulled off the first street, your tires spun and you took off.
I don't have four-wheel drive. That thing has just rear-wheel drive.
That's real nice. Be careful if you see one of these. You know what this is? Okay, I'm going to shoot him out to jail because this one's going to need to be done.
Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel. This footage was submitted by Rhett. It involves the Manistee Police, and the criminal case that resulted from this has already been resolved. So before I tell you exactly what happened, know this. According to Rhett, this was a retaliation stop because he's a DJ, and earlier that evening he had apparently upset this police officer because he played the Bad Boys theme from Cops when this guy entered the bar where he worked at. So later on that night, this same cop pulls him over and this happens. But before we get to that, this video is sponsored by Surfshark. If there's one thing I've realized being a civil rights lawyer, it's that we're all being spied on. If not by our government, then by someone else, and probably both. I guarantee you that at some point in your life you will be tracked through what you do online. Every minute that you spend online, companies are keeping track of where you are and what you're doing. Even if those companies don't have nefarious intentions, the government, if it wants to, knows just where to find that data. Or when there's a data breach, bad actors then know everything about you. Then they sell it to the highest bidder, or worse. That's why I protect myself with a Surfshark subscription. It's extremely inexpensive and super easy to use. Surfshark is a VPN, a virtual private network. It keeps you safe and private by covering up like a mask everything that you do online. When your device connects to the internet, all that information is in a way blurred out. It's encrypted. Anyone who tries to snoop on you won't be able to see what you're doing or where you're doing it from. Using a VPN is like wearing pants. When you go outside, all the important stuff stays private and secure. Surfshark does some other cool things as well, such as giving you the ability to change your device's virtual location to even other countries, which sometimes comes in handy. Surfshark isn't expensive, with a price of around only $2 a month, and is very simple to use. Click the link in the description below to check out Surfshark now. Thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it. So this begins with the dash cam footage from this officer's vehicle. You can actually see the entire stop here. So you can see the driving that the officer complained of that formed the basis for the stop, which it's unclear to me whether or not that was actually valid reasonable suspicion for a stop. Basically, that just was that this guy came to a complete stop, and then when he took a right-hand turn, in this officer's opinion, he just did it a little too quickly. Is that even a crime?
Central 605 stop. Gonna be Westco parking lot. A. Adam, C. Charles A. Adam, 306. Get back in the car.
Why?
Because I told you to. You didn't see my overhead lights come on when you pulled in? Why don't you step over?
You were trying to get around here.
No. Well, the way you took off on First Street, on the 31, any reason for that? Turn down the music. Good. Driver's license, registration, proof, insurance. Why'd you take off like that?
I'm not answering the question.
You're not?
What are you doing? Whoa, what's going on, man? Why do you have your hands on me?
Do you want to go to jail?
Why do you have your hands
Do
on
you
me?
want to go to jail?
I'm asking you a question.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Why?
Put your hands behind your back.
Am I under
13
arrest?
right
Am
now.
I under arrest?
Put your hands behind your back.
Am
Now.
I under arrest?
Put your hands behind your
I
back.
have my hands behind my back.
Yes.
I'm asking you a
Hands
question.
behind your back.
I have my hands behind my back. Why are you handcuffing me? Why am I being detained right now?
Do not turn around.
Okay. Why are you slamming my face against the... I want to record this. So record this, baby, please. Calm the fuck down.
You need to calm down.
Calm. You're the one that's been all upset about nothing.
Step over in front of my camera so we are being recorded.
Damn right you're being recorded. I didn't do anything. I thought you were trying to get around me. That's why I pulled in here. Why would you put your lights on for me? I didn't do anything.
Because when you pulled off the first street, your tires spun and you took off.
I don't have four-wheel drive. That thing has just rear-wheel drive.
Again, is this even a crime? Your tires spun and you took off. Let's take another look at exactly what the officer observed.
That's real nice.
Your pants are about to fall down.
Any reason why you carry that in your pocket?
For protection. Can I, try to pull my pants out? My pants are about to fall down.
Said he wasn't going to answer my questions and was going to continue pumping gas. I tried putting the gas pump away, started pulling away, and...
I tried to pull away?
Mm-hmm.
Pull away. I was out of the car. How did I pull away? Not pull away in the car.
No, pull away from me, touching you, and you wanted to resist my commands.
I was asking you a question, and you weren't telling me what the hell was going on.
Central 13, we're secure.
You work for me. I don't fucking work for you. I don't have to answer your questions. I didn't do shit.
You're being detained
Do I
right
have
now.
the right to remain silent then?
Yeah, you do.
You have fire when you're ready.
Let's have a seat in the back of my car then.
Last Brewer, B-R-E-W-E-R, first Rhett, R-H-E-T, Brewer Gene, G-E-N-E, he's a male, 10-4-77.
He's a Stevens, officer safety, now out of East Lake.
Get in the car.
I don't want my phone to be on top of it.
I'm going to take it off the car. Get in the
Where are you
car.
going to put it?
In the front seat. You're not going to have it back there with you.
How would I use it? I'd like to record this.
Everything's being recorded.
Yeah, well, I'd like a copy of it.
I was following him from... He turned in front of me because I come up 6th Street. He come up from Ramsdale, so I start following him. Come up the 1st Street, he stops at the light. He gets on it and comes around the corner. So I light him up. He pulls in here. Get out of the car. Ask for his driver's license and stuff. He starts wanting to question why I stopped him and stuff. Told me that thought I was trying to go around him. That's why he pulled in here. When I go to get his license and stuff, he says, I'm not going to answer any more of your questions. So he goes to pumping gas. Be careful if you see one of these. You know what this is? That's what it is. That would be considered what? A concealed weapon? Haven't got that far yet. Found a nice concealed weapon in his pocket, though. Yeah, brass knuckles with the spears. Plus, he resisted. said he wasn't going to answer any more of my questions and said he was going to go to pumping gas. So when I tried taking the pump out of his hand, so call a record and get the car towed, and you go to jail. Okay, I'm going to shoot him out to jail because this one's going to need to be done. Your vehicle's being towed. Called an inventory search.
What am I under arrest for?
Carrying a concealed weapon and resisting an arrest. Resisting an officer.
This one's going to need to be done. What did he mean by that? Well, usually what that means is because they did something wrong, they have to get a conviction, either to retaliate and or to insulate the police officer from any sort of allegation of civil rights violation. And that's sort of apparently what happened in this case. He ended up agreeing to a plea. So the concealed weapon or illegal weapon charge that they charged him with and the felony resisting an officer charge that they charged him with were dropped. But he did plead guilty to disturbing the peace, even though he believed that he did nothing wrong. And at the end of the day, this sort of thing is very common. If it is true that he played Bad Boys earlier in the night and this same officer that he played the Bad Boys song for pulled him over, coupled with this body cam footage showing that, and I'm not an expert in the traffic law of this state by any means, but it really doesn't look like any traffic violation was even committed there. There does appear that there could be a case for First Amendment retaliation. Certainly playing Bad Boys as a DJ when an overweight cop walks into your bar is protected First Amendment speech, no doubt about that. If a reasonable jury would believe that it was done, that this stop was done in retaliation for that, there might be some liability there under the First Amendment. Now, when it comes to the traffic stop, this is sort of like the video I did last time where the guy gets out of the car and the officer tells him to get back in the car. Assuming it was a lawful traffic stop, the police officer does have the ability to control the scene, control the situation, to tell somebody to get back in the car or allow them to be out of the car, potentially to handcuff them as well under certain circumstances. The courts will look to the totality of the circumstances in order to determine whether or not the officer acted reasonably under those circumstances. So again, we can include what happened earlier, the possibility that this was retaliation, the video footage that showed that this guy really didn't even commit a traffic violation, much less any other crime. Looking at the totality of those facts, that wouldn't necessarily justify the officer grabbing the guy and handcuffing him violently, that sort of thing. I'm not really sure what sort of dangerous concealed weapon this was. That was kind of funny, sounded pretty ridiculous. May not have fallen within the state law because they dropped that charge. Yes. I don't know, but that is what happened. This guy ended up taking a disturbing the peace. It's a shame. He should have walked away from this with no charges and perhaps even with a settlement of some kind. That's my opinion, though. But thank you for the submission. If you have a video you want me to look at, use the submission link below. You can also check out the website where there's also a submission link, thecivilrightslawyer.com. That's my blog. Also, check me out on Twitter, John Bryan ESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.